this is Aberystwyth in Wales, the start for the Bulldog Midland Rally on a rather cloudy day, one of the last big national rallies before the RAC. We're looking at car number 1, Steve Hill, in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Definitely a man to watch. Mitsubishi have been going very well, and Steve Hill has gone very well throughout this year nationally. Remains to be seen how he will go in the RAC, but he was a front runner last year, don't forget. Mark Perrott with the Lemster car, auctions, Cosworth. Desperate to try and do something about that lead up ahead, but really struggling hard here. Hear that straight cut box whining away there. Well, number 3 is Bryan Lyle and Bryan Goff with another escort. And the Lancia still in there, still going. Steve Smith with Delta Integrale hanging on to 4th place. Renault making a big challenge in rallying now, and this is one of the reasons why Gregoire de Mervius trying his hands in the Welsh forests, with hanging on there as well Mark Higgins. Higgins, of course, who runs a rally school, one of the 2 brothers and the fathers who go rallying. Mark got over a particularly unpleasant accident earlier on this year to come back with a vengeance. Robbie Head, another of the Renault Meganes. Car's going very well now and proving on the British scene that they're going to be quite a force to be reckoned with, but you can see the difficulty that the drivers have on these rough stages, getting the power down with front-wheel drive only to play with. Contrast here, the Subaru number 10. How Duckworth gets away there with all 4 wheels to drive him along as opposed to the front-wheel drive of the Renaults. The Impreza Impressive. Into stage 3, TARENIG. And you can hear chattering away the wastegate on the Navigator's Stella Boyles Steve Hill driven car. Not quite such a chatter from the pursuing escort. One brake light winking in the daylight there. 3rd place man pressuring on. Bryan Lyle. Bit of left foot braking going on there, I suspect. And the Renaults, how will they fare? If you've got to brake with the left foot, this is the car to do it with. Doesn't brake at all, actually just keeps his foot well in. That, I'm sure, was with the left foot. And the little Nissan Higgins. Notice this very short wheelbase car, infinitely more twitchy, but in Higgins' hands, very quick. Lovely bark from that Renault engine of Robbie Head, who isn't going to be terribly happy to be behind Mervius. Not the sort of plan he had in mind as we go on board with Steve Hill. 4, 3, 2, 1, okay. Stella Boyles counts away the seconds.
Right back over the bridge, tightens. And left 5 into right 9.
And that's not just the excitement, it's the pounding the co-driver gets.
On the left 3, opens over the junction, slight left 3, and tight hairpin left uphill. Lovely. 100, so right 7, 50, left 3, and left 5. And right 6, 50, and right 8.
Gone are the days when the Scandinavians had the major advantage as far as running is concerned. Everybody's learned now about how to slide and take a car through here, and Hill going through very, very quickly, very neatly there. Really pushing hard. How will the escort go against him? Well, Perrott there, Jerry Mansell alongside him for the honour of Ford, and pressing on as hard as he can, being pushed quite hard by the second of the Cosworths. Lyle's car Don't forget this championship has already been won by Chris Mellors with the Escort Cosworth. And after a service halt, the order was Hill, Higgins and Head. We're on HAFREN, so what, if anything, can the Renault, can the Nissan do about the current domination of Hill, or can the Fords do? Here's the Lancia once again. Well-developed cars, but now reaching the end, I suppose, of their useful life as a rally winner. Nevertheless, Steve Smith driving this one well. And here is the Renault really cracking on. Front wheels flapping away there. Mobius very, very anxious to go well. To be in front of your teammate in a rally is very, very important, just as it is in a Grand Prix car. And for Higgins, well, he just is there for the honour of Nissan, and he's really throwing this little car about with gay abandon. He didn't leave that. That's somebody's Serge has gone for a Burton, I fear. Oh, well, too late, chaps. Don't think it'll taste very nice now.
Is that your butties, Arthur?
So, starving Arthur returns to his position. And along, as if to say, well, I'll have a go at him if you like, comes Robbie Head. Head there using all the road, almost the grass as well. Spectacular. Sparks flying. Alan O'Reilly with Bruno Brissart. Another of the Meganes. A man who's got to learn Wales, the others know him. And I think you'll know it by the end of the rally. And the fourth of them also going quite well there, Serge Jourdain, Jacques Boyere. So the four Renaults all going well, and the spectators there watching as chucking it through here goes number 71, Marcus Dodd, who's come rushing up the order.
And 50 through gate post and right 8 onto tarmac.
Back with Hill, back with the lead up. The threatening logs.
Through gate post there. And locked into right 4.
Always a heart-stopping moment when you see logs like that.
And long, just got left 2 and the right 3 through double gate posts.
And pressing on the Renault, number 9, Jourdain and Boyere. And the Duckworth Subaru. Those lovely flat 6 noises. Another Mitsubishi, this time number 11, Vince Wotton. Front wagging about there on the next man through. Number 12, John Bennett Evans, Cosworth. I'm keeping an eye to the logs. Number 14, leading Group N, Jeremy Eason and Jim Kitson with their Escort Cosworth. In Pretz at WRX here, Steve Petch. Impressive performance by him. But a bit of steadier progress. That's number 16, Brian Bell with Paul Spooner. And a victim of the historic rally in the earlier event of the day sees Jeff Smith and Ryland James here. Get it all wrong. Didn't do a lot of damage. Number 79 there. The Escort Cosworth reverses it out. Or tries to reverse it out. If he can actually get reverse, it might help a bit. He'll get there in the end. No, it wants to jump out. That's the problem. It's trying to jump out of gear. You can hear it. Gearbox is protesting. And this could be Greg Mills with the Sierra, as marshals are still trying to A, get him out of a mess, and B, help him to find reverse gear. Well, he didn't find reverse, but he has found first, and he's back in the rally. Marshall's return to position as another escort goes through. Could be Phil Squires as we go into service here. Change of wheels, change of brake pads. Robbie heads car, relaxed in the passenger seat, Brian Thomas. And why he's so relaxed, I don't know. Because here at Dalgethley, they're going to have to change the gearbox. But he's not too worried about it. Quite rueful. And rally mechanics doing the job. It takes your local garage at least a couple of days to do, if they've got one in stock. And this is Gregoire de Mervius on PANTPERTHOG. Followed by Higgins with the Nissan all tweaked up. Head complete with new gearbox. Sounds okay now, no problems there. Audi next up, and the Renault's looking immaculate if muddy, as Jordan brings up the rear of the group of them. On to Gartainog, as we see Hill departing in the lead, leaving everybody struggling in his wake. Nice bit of chatter there from the Mark Perrott escort. And the similar car of Lyle, getting the power down, using all the road. And interesting that in the midst of all this, there's a lot of pressure on. Here's the Lancia once more of Steve Smith. As we were saying, a lot of pressure on here. The two-wheel drive cars quite prepared to really show the way home to a lot of the other Cosworths. Renault. See the understeer there, struggling for grip, struggling to get the car away. And still struggling. With a little Nissan, let's see how Higgins gets the power down here. Tighter in, but equally the same problem. Just has not got the traction going uphill that a four-wheel drive car has. Number 7 is Robbie Head. Previous Renault, of course, was the Mervius, who has now fallen behind him, incidentally. On a right on the rev limiter. Well, if the car will stand it, why worry? I might worry if it was mine, mind you. Bringing up the rear of the Renault Brigade. Serge Jourdan employing the same tactic, but deciding that perhaps should go down a gear. Well, number 12, John Bennett Evans with his escort. You can see the difference. And Steve Petch with his Impreza. Getting the power down as the bigger, less handleable Sierra Cosworth of Gwyn Thomas and Phil Harrison goes through. With Jeremy Eason's Cosworth hard on his heels. 71, we've said this has been a good run, and it's staying a good run for Marcus Dodd, partnered by Steve McCauley. End of the rally, and they're counting up their times. Putting a bit of fuel into the back there of Steve Hill's car, who, partnered by Stella Boyles with the Mitsubishi Lancer, wins the rally up to the ramp from Mark Higgins, Philip Mills with the Sunny, and then line ahead, the Renault Maxis. Robbie Head finishes in 3rd place, Serge Jourdan in 4th, Gregoire de Mervius in 5th place, confirmation of the top 5 in the Bulldog Midland Rally. All auguring well for the RAC, when these cars, of course, will be competing, and many of these drivers too. Miller's won the championship, incidentally, with Hill 2nd, Steve Smith 3rd, Pedge 4th, and Jonathan Bennett Evans in 5th place.